What if I told you that the version of you that lives online, the version that smiles through your profile picture, crafts perfect captions, and knows exactly which moments to share, has become more powerful than your real self? Today, your identity is no longer just something you live with, it has become a product. A carefully curated performance. And you, whether you realize it or not, are the brand manager. This is not new. The French philosopher Michel Foucault already pointed out how societies discipline individuals into roles. Erving Goffman, in his book The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life, described identity as a performance long before Instagram or TikTok existed. You step onto a stage each time you interact, showing certain sides of yourself, hiding others, much like an actor. But here is the twist. In our digital age, the audience is global, the performance is constant, and the marketplace has swallowed the theater. Look back to history and you will see echoes of this. In ancient Rome, the elite carried carefully cultivated reputations, with busts and inscriptions designed to project strength and virtue. In the Renaissance, portraits were commissioned to communicate power, wealth, and refinement. What you see now on social media is not so different, only faster, more scalable, and more addictive. Where once the noble or the merchant shaped their public image for a small circle, you are now shaping yours for strangers across the planet, trading likes and follows instead of coins and titles. And here lies the paradox. We crave authenticity. Every influencer insists on being real. Every brand campaign tells you to just be yourself. Yet this so-called authenticity has itself become a marketing strategy. The unfiltered selfie, the vulnerable confession, the behind-the-scenes moment, all of these are staged just as carefully as the polished advertisement. The philosopher Jean Baudrillard warned of a world of simulacra, where the line between reality and its representation dissolves. That warning has arrived. Your feed is not a mirror, it is a marketplace of selves. So what does that mean for you now? On the one hand, you hold enormous power. You can broadcast who you are, shape how others perceive you, and even turn your personality into income. On the other hand, you risk becoming trapped in the very brand you built. If your audience loves you for being the funny one or the serious thinker or the glamorous traveler, can you ever escape those expectations? Do you start living for the image instead of the life? That is the danger of reducing the self to a brand. But let us look forward. The future may amplify this tension. With AI avatars and digital doubles, you might soon run multiple versions of yourself at once, each tailored to different audiences, each monetized in its own way. Imagine one self for work meetings, one self for dating apps, one self for creative projects, all optimized like products in a store. It sounds efficient, but it risks hollowing out the core of who you are. Without a center, without a lived reality, the performance collapses. Yet there is a way through. If the self has become a brand, you must ask, who is the author of that brand? Are you merely reacting to algorithms, chasing the next trend, curating yourself according to the desires of strangers? Or can you reclaim authorship, shaping your identity with intention rather than being shaped by the market? The solution is not to reject performance entirely, that would be impossible. The solution is to make your performance aligned with your deeper values, so that your curated self is not a hollow mask but an expression of something true. The philosophers remind us that identity is always in flux. Heraclitus spoke of the self as a river, never the same twice. Nietzsche urged us to create ourselves like works of art. Maybe the task of our time is to take back this creative power, to stop letting platforms dictate who we should be, and to live our lives as something more than brands. So here is the challenge for you. The next time you post, ask yourself, am I sharing this because it is true to me, or because it will perform well? That simple pause may be the first step to reclaiming your humanity in a world that wants to turn it into content. If you want to go deeper into these explorations of society, philosophy, and the future of identity, subscribe to our channel now. Together we can learn not just how to play the game, but how to reshape it.